loves, welcome back to another video. I'm Swati Mkize and this is my channel. If you are a regular liker, a regular sharer, honey, thank you so much for coming back once again. And if you're new here today, welcome to the channel. Make sure that you click that subscribe button so you can join the regulars. Okay, my loves, thank you so much for watching. Now, as you can see by the title of this video, today we're going to be talking about things that I wish I had known before becoming an expat in China. And I think many expats can relate with this. So if you are currently someone who's looking into moving abroad and teaching, or moving abroad for any kind of job, this is probably going to be a really good video for you, because you're going to know what kind of things you're going to have to prepare for that we didn't know when we moved abroad. So stay tuned, watch till the end. Let me know, what did you learn? What is something that you can add to this video to help others who are moving abroad? Now, I'm going to have a list of things on my screen here so that I don't lose track, and definitely comment in the comment section if you guys want me to kind of explain more on these issues or kind of have some questions about them. Okay, so the first one is retirement funds aren't automatic. Now, this one was a really culture shock for me when I came here, because actually, retirement funds are something that is huge in South Africa. They are part of the deductions that come out of one's salary. And here in China and most countries, you won't have to contribute to your retirement through your salary. And that means you need to kind of have that responsibility on yourself. You need to find a long-term security plan where you're either going to be saving privately or finding a retirement annuity, or kind of staying disciplined with your savings, So this is going to be something that your future you will thank you, because you are going to have to make sure that you make those preparations yourself, all right? So definitely come into it knowing that you might need to prepare your own retirement fund and plan for the future. The next one is that medical insurance doesn't always give you peace of mind. Now, I say this because in most countries, medical insurance does cover most things. But I found that my time abroad and with the medical insurance that I have and what I've spoken to people about is that, you do have medical insurance, but you're not covered fully, So it's very important when you move to a new job or you move to a new country, you find out, what exactly am I covered for? Am I covered for dental specialists, any chronic illnesses, surgeries, etc., etc. All right. The next one is your leave days may shrink. Now, this was quite a shock for me, but I think, I've gotten used to it now. 7 years living abroad, it's something that I'm very used to. But, everyone imagines that you'll have unlimited travel time. You are traveling around the world, you're working, and it gives the impression that you're traveling full time and working part time. But actually, we work a lot abroad, okay? Some schools or companies often have very small or a few leave days. And if you do have leave days, you find that you have a limited paid leave day, and then you've got, unpaid leave. And then there's also a situation where here in China, for example, where schools have to work back their public holidays. So if you get a holiday on a weekday and you miss a school day because of that holiday, you have to work that back on a weekend. Now, that was me when I was working for a kindergarten back in the day. But now, because I work for an international school, we kind of exempt from those kind of things. But do prepare yourself for that. And also know that you will have time for international travels, but that will be on major holidays and longer breaks. Or you have to take some unpaid leave to have your holiday or longer holiday time, all right? Another one is studying further can be expensive. Now, this one is definitely true. If you're living abroad, let me tell you, get inspired to do things that you never thought you'd be able to do, like get a master's, get a PhD. And by continuing your studies and working abroad, and working internationally rather, is something that can be a very daunting task. Time zones, tuition fees, limited local studying options are the kind of things that you can expect when you are trying to enroll in a university. But rest assured that there are some universities like Moreland who come in and help us, especially us who are working in schools where we don't have study breaks or study leave, where you need to have a university that will allow your schedule to not be where your schedule will not interfere with your schedule. So it's important that you find a university that will kind of fit into your life. And so Moreland for me was that, because I was able to study online, fully 100% online. I could pay in monthly installments. I didn't have to pay all the fees at once. I also had one class a week, so the workload wasn't as hectic, and I was able to complete it in 9 months. They also have a master's program that you can complete in 12 months. So this is definitely definitely something that I feel is very common amongst us expats, is that we always want to study further. We always want to further ourselves, but we are limited with the options with studying in person. So we all gravitate towards online schools. And so it's always making that choice to find the school that best fits your lifestyle. And so for me, Moreland was that. All right. Another thing I want to chat about is your social circle will definitely change. Being an expat is one life that I feel like is not for the faint-hearted. If you are someone who's very attached to people and places, you're going to struggle. You really need to be okay with letting people go, letting go of spaces, moving to new countries, moving to new cities, letting go of a job. You need to be fluid. You need to be able to just leave it all behind you, start again from scratch if you need to, because it's part of what happens as an expat. So you will have friends moving away, contracts will end, people will change countries, you will build a community, but you'll learn to build another community, And what I love is that because you are evolving, your community will also evolve. And each time you'll have a different group of people surrounding you. It's a beautiful journey. It can get lonely, but it's one that I've chosen and I love. And I think, when you are called to be an expat, you find that you thrive because it's something that you've always wanted. So definitely do that introspection and decide whether this is a life that you want, and be informed. These points I'm sharing is giving you information as to what to expect when you're an expat. Okay. The next one is money management becomes a full-time skill. I did mention this earlier when it came to medical insurance and retirement funds. This one is also quite important. When you are earning money in a different currency, living in another country, spending, in that country and hardly going home, your budget becomes, international, honey. You are definitely not limited anymore. You have all these things that are becoming available to you. And so you do get excited and you do overspend, but I do encourage you to do, spoil yourself, go on some trips, but also settle down after that. Start saving, start having a plan. And I think a lot of people think that when I say save, it means you have to save thousands and thousands. Honestly, it's building. Firstly, it's starting to build that behavior, building that skill of saving. Even if it's just 100 kwai, which is like 200 rand, which is about I don't know how much it is in dollars, but yeah, just like a little bit of amounts. Just start building that skill, and then when you have that skill, start having some bigger amounts that you're saving. Start having a plan about your exit strategy. If you want to leave this country and move to another one, how much will you need? Start to have that written down at the beginning. Don't leave it till the last minute when you're like, oh, my contract is about to end, what do I do now? Definitely plan that ahead. Okay. And then lastly, guys, I just want to leave with just a final thought that living abroad is an incredible opportunity. It is something that I feel like Instagram pictures and social media doesn't capture well enough. You need to be in the moment to be here for you to experience it yourself. And, I think with anything in life, in order for you to succeed, you need to prepare. And these points are going to really help you prepare yourself financially, mentally, emotionally, and physically for the journey that you're about to, take in and, or rather go on. And it's super important that you prepare yourselves. We didn't have people like myself online at the time, 7-8 years ago, who were sharing information about moving abroad, how to prepare, how to be better prepared. And so this is just my little pockets of encouragement to encourage you that it is a difficult thing to do, but it's possible. And, if you prepare your retirement funds and you know that you're going to be doing that when you move abroad, you're going to be, ask about your medical insurance, speak to your employer. What are you covered for? Find out about that. Your leave days will get smaller, but don't be discouraged because you can plan around those when it comes to the holidays. Studying further is possible, but definitely find the perfect fit for your life and your schedule. Don't give up because you haven't found a university. There's so many universities out there, just like Moreland, who offer online universities that are 100% online, that you can enroll any time of the year. You have payment plans. You don't need to, try to pay all of it at once because it can be a lot of money. Definitely find the right fit for you. Your social circle will get smaller, but the joy comes in finding a new community, building new community every single time. And lastly, money management is a skill that is going to be practiced a lot when you move abroad. So definitely start preparing yourself for that. Okay, my loves, I hope this video was helpful. I hope these points were clear and, will be helping you when you decide to move abroad. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.